My name is Melody Beattie, and this is an audio tape on the 12 steps. Unlike my other tape on the steps, this is a meditation tape, not an informational tape. Through music and words, we'll go on a journey into a garden. We'll take a path lit by the 12 steps. These steps, originally designed for recovery from alcoholism, have become a profoundly simple way of approaching life for millions. If you're seeking relief from codependency, alcoholism, drug, food, sex, or love addiction, or if you're just seeking relief, you too are invited to take the magical spiritual journey offered by these principles. The journey begins with the decision to make it. The choice is yours. This tape isn't endorsed by or affiliated with any particular 12-step program. Listening to this tape isn't a substitute for attending recovery meetings. But this tape is a tool that can help you benefit from one of the greatest gifts available to us, the steps. You can listen to this tape in your car or in a more relaxed setting. If you're familiar with the 12 steps, you can use this tape as part of a formal meditation process. If you're new to the steps, you can use it to get acquainted with them. Or you can listen to it when you just need or want a reminder of this powerful spiritual remedy. It can help you get back on track. This tape can help take you on a journey to a place that already exists within you, that healing place of self-love, acceptance, and personal power. Although my voice will guide you on this journey, you'll find your own guide and create your own path through the garden. Let's start by taking a few moments to relax. Take 2 or 3 deep breaths. Let your mind relax. Listen with your heart. You're about to begin a gentle journey, one that will lead to loving yourself and others, one that will lead to opening your heart. The journey involves taking 12 steps that lead into a garden, green, bountiful beyond comprehension. That garden is your life, your soul, the life and soul you'll discover when you embark on the new way of life offered by these steps. Earth has so many gifts and treasures for each of us, gifts that we may overlook each day. All the available addictions, whether that addiction is to chemicals, work, food, sex, another person, or another person's addiction, are excellent learning situations. They provide tools to promote our soul's growth. They take us to the garden's entrance. The decision to walk through the gate is ours. Step 1. We admitted we were powerless over others, that our lives had become unmanageable. What a strange idea, this concept of powerlessness. What does it mean? People die. They leave. They go away. They disappoint us. Their process causes us confusion, pain, or fear. Life hurts at worst and may cause discomfort at best. Each belief hidden in our soul comes to the surface, sometimes when we're still children. I'm a victim. I don't deserve. I'm not lovable. I'm being punished. Life isn't worth living. We become afraid. We try to control that which we can't, and our lives become unmanageable. A coworker chatters too much, driving you crazy. Your lover tells you he loves you, but can't make a commitment. Your child tells you she thinks your rules are stupid. Your partner is cold, detached, and won't talk about it. Someone you love becomes addicted. You become addicted. What a hard idea to grasp, this concept of powerlessness, especially when we love another so much, especially when life hurts, especially when we want so much to be loved. Each of us is so powerful. We have so much at our fingertips. When we try to control another instead of taking care of ourselves, we lose our power. We lose control. And our lives become unmanageable. How deeply we may want to do something to change the tides of time. How much we want reality to be something besides what it is. The question we face is simple. Do we stand at the water's edge, raging at the tide, telling it to stop? Or do we take off our shoes and feel the wet sand under our feet? My friend, we may need to do both. The key is the process. We each have our own, intertwined, of course, with the process of others. To attempt to stop, divert, or change the process of another is as futile as arguing with the ocean about the flow of its waves. Why are you so afraid? What is it you fear? Breathe. Breathe. Stop taking your fears and beating others over the head with them. It doesn't work. It doesn't bring healing to your fears. Unmanageability is fear. Unmanageability at any level is devastation. Surrender to the devastation. It's only for the moment. See the flower bend as the rains beat down upon it. Observe the mighty oak bowing to the raging winds. Surrender, bow, so that you might not break. Hear the cry inside that says, I don't deserve to be loved. I'm not lovable. I'm not worthy. I'm a burden. I've been forgotten and abandoned again. Know that the love you seek is within you and can be tapped only by loving yourself. Unheard, your beliefs will reach out and destroy all that you are, all that you can become. Make a decision to stop destroying yourself at all levels. Then thank the devastation for bringing you to the garden of your soul. Quietly surrender to that which you can't change. Set it free. Let it go. Then surrender also to your feelings. You are part of the universe, connected to all, but separate. Separate. Honor your feelings and your thoughts. Then become like a little child, quietly in wonderment and awe, feeling your feelings, saying what you need, walking your path. Each person has a pathway through this life. You do too. The universe, the world is here to support you, not fight you. The resistance is within you. The fight is within you. At an early age, you learned that the world was your enemy. You thought you had to fight it to survive. You did have to fight it to survive. Now you're learning a better way. You're learning to love, honor, and take care of yourself. You're allowing each person to help you learn a lesson, an important one, about yourself. Yes, many of these lessons have been through opposition, but some have been through love. Eventually you'll learn that even the hardest lessons have been an act of love. Some people come to teach you that you aren't a victim. Some come to assist you in owning your power. Some come to help you be spontaneous. Some come to encourage you to begin or continue your healing process. Some come to help you discover and nurture your inner child. Some come to help you begin feeling again. All come to help you learn to trust and love yourself. All come to help open your heart. No longer do you need to fight the world. Stop. You need no one to make you safe. You are safe. The support, love, and encouragement you need surrounds you. Open yourself to it. You don't need to carry others. You don't need others to carry you. Stretch out your hand and walk with fellow travelers, those who have begun the healing journey. Your process is your own, but there are others to help you through. There are lights along your path when it becomes dark. The process of others belongs to them. It isn't yours. You don't need to take it on. Let go. And always know that it's okay to honor and take care of yourself. You deserve a life that's manageable. You deserve to discover and heal your own soul. You deserve to respect and dwell in your own process. You deserve to love and be loved. You deserve to live in the magic of life. You deserve to walk in the garden. Feel the moist green richness of the garden. See its beauty. Know that you can choose to enter into it. Pause for a moment. Observe the flowers, bright blooms of blue, peach, magenta, pink, and orange. See the full green leaves. Hear the birds sing. Smell the sweet fragrance of honeysuckle and leaves. Listen to the sound of water rushing over rocks. Feel the earth under your feet. Then feel the warm sunshine on your back, shoulders, neck, and face. Know it's God's gentle hand guiding you. You'll come to believe that a power greater than yourself will help you, will be here with you. You'll come to believe that a power greater than yourself lovingly dwells in the garden. Like the rich red rose, you'll instinctively stretch out and grow towards the light and open in the warmth of its rays. When your life is overwhelming, when you feel confused, afraid, empty, and alone, remember, you are not alone. Step 2. Came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. You're so much more than you think. Within you is a powerhouse of creative energy, originality, and love. Walk down the garden path and know that you can do anything you really want to do. Did your confusion about yourself begin somewhere in your past? Someone, perhaps several people whom you trusted, told you that you had nothing to offer? They were probably well-intentioned, but they lied to you. It doesn't matter if they directly told you you were worthless, or if it was implied by subtly picking away at everything you did, everything about you. The lesson was the same. You learned to believe that something was wrong with you, and you didn't deserve to be loved. You lost your sense of self, your joy, your spontaneity. You lost your dreams. You lost your belief in yourself. You lost your sanity. Your actions began to mirror what others said. You stopped listening to your heart. You acted against better judgment. You panicked, felt crazy, got off track. You aren't crazy. You're beautiful, whole, and sane. A complete, unique creation who's been cheated out of your birthright to a magical life. Listen to me. You've been lied to about your value. And you'll heal from all the pain you've lived through. It can be used to transform you and your world in ways you cannot now imagine. You can reclaim your sanity, your life, your vision, your dream. You can find the joy that's yours. Simply believe that God is with you. God is within you. God cares. Look into the mirror. See the light in your eyes. You don't have to do it alone anymore. God's holding your hand and will give you the miracles you need. Hold God's hand. Jump into God's arms. Climb into God's lap. Stop working so hard to change what you can't. Then God will transform you and your life. Just believe as much as you can. A moment, a flicker of belief will do. Look closely at the sun hidden by miles of gray clouds. See the golden rays filtering through. Know that the sun is there. Let the slight rays give you hope. Now watch as the clouds separate and the sun shines brightly in the sky. Just believe as much as you can. Step 3. Made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood God. Your heart and soul understand God in your own way. You see with your own eyes. That's how it's meant to be. How you understand God isn't nearly as important as knowing that God understands and loves you. Who do you think created this path, this garden, each flower, tree, each bird, each droplet of water? For each creation, there's a creator. Don't waste energy trying to sort through the details of how your path was created. Surrender to the idea that the path was created for you with unconditional love. Surrender to the path and the Creator. Once you find your powerlessness, you'll also find your power. In love, trust, and innocence, open your heart to this path and the Creator. Open your heart to love. Don't limit or try to control how this love will enter your life. It may come wearing the face of new friends, a new job, more education. It may come disguised as a change in your relationships, finances, or a change in health. It may come as a change in you, in your attitude. It may come as a period of waiting, of inactivity. It may come disguised as misfortune. Know that change is inevitable. It's how we move forward. Change doesn't always feel like love. Sometimes change hurts. It feels frightening. It disrupts our roots. Transplanting doesn't hurt the flower. It makes room for its roots to grow deeper. It makes room for a fuller, richer flower to grow. Don't listen to your old beliefs when they say, this isn't love, this is punishment, this is a mistake. That's your fear talking. Trust that the changes will lead to love. Then let the changes gently guide you down your path. Trust the growth that's been planned for you in love. The flower doesn't question or doubt its growth process. It simply grows and naturally becomes a beautiful blossom. It lets itself grow, trusting each stage. It grows toward the light while its roots run deep. Surrender, then trust. Linger in the garden until you feel warm and accepted. Linger in the garden until you feel loved. Linger in the garden until you accept your present circumstances. For in that acceptance, you'll find magic. You yearned for this garden long before you found it. Your yearning has brought you here. Let yourself feel excited as you begin a new way of living and loving. You're about to discover yourself and your destiny. Be happy. Celebrate. You'll go deeper into the garden and your soul than you believed possible. The colors will grow richer and more fulfilling, more vibrant and alive with each step you take. Your task is simple. Love and trust yourself. Take care of yourself. Love and trust your higher power, and let that power help take care of you. The rest will happen naturally. As the flowers grow, so will you. As you merge and begin your partnership with God, your life will begin anew. You'll no longer view experiences as mistakes or errors. You'll see that all that comes to pass is for your highest good. Events will begin to take on meaning and purpose. Purpose. Your trust will grow. You'll feel guided. All you need will be brought to you. You'll begin to live in the present moment, and you'll learn what it means to let go. Step 4. Made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. For years we've looked at others. Now we're about to look with love at ourselves. Enjoy this process of looking within. Yes, there's pain, but there's joy too. Look and you'll find it. You'll learn to bring joy to all you do, even that which is difficult. There may be shame, sadness, anger, rage, bitterness, resentments, and many fears to face. But the looking doesn't create what you find. What's there is already there. Looking within sets you free. Do negative beliefs about yourself eat away at your soul, mind, heart, and life? Do you believe that you're a burden, that you're unlovable and unloved, unworthy and undeserving? Do you believe that you're shameful, inferior, or not entitled? You aren't a burden, but what you uncover in this step has burdened your life. These beliefs have held you back, stunted your growth, kept you unhappy. They've robbed you of joy and your birthright of self-love. Begin a new journey by looking within, honestly and fearlessly. Looking is the beginning of releasing all that you don't need or want. Remember this: when we begin talking endlessly about what another is or isn't doing, we're really trying to discover a secret about who we are, about what we feel, about what we believe, about what we need to do to take care of ourselves. We're really learning another important lesson about ourselves. Talk about another if you must. Then let go of fear and talk about yourself. Listen and learn. Most of us fear the darkness within us, so we judge those whose darkness is more obvious than our own. We judge our neighbor who has an affair. We criticize an abusive parent. We look with disdain on the addict. It's okay to assess, but judgments only hurt us. They limit us. Each of us has a dark side, a shadow. Each of us is capable of committing any act of humanness. If you deny that, you deny an important part of yourself. You deny your wholeness. Your shadow side isn't designed to destroy you. It's here to help you see both sides, to teach you compassion, to give you wisdom, to stretch you beyond your present understanding. Each plant in the garden is part of a master plan for that garden. Some we call weeds and desire to pull out. If left unchecked, weeds could strangle the desirable plants. The same is true with your dark side. Don't tell yourself that it isn't there. Your dark side is as much a part of your own master plan as the weeds are of this garden. But like those weeds, it can grow out of control if it's ignored. To know and accept your shadow assures that it won't control you. Having a dark side is natural. Your responsibility is what you choose to do with it. Embrace your shadow. Admit your faults. Going through the darkness, not avoiding it, is how we get to the light. Don't you see? Any plant or tree that's in the light casts a shadow. But the shadow isn't real, the light is. The shadow is simply the other side of the light. It's just a temporary shifting place where light has been blocked. Don't reject or deny the shadow. Let the light in. You may have been conditioned to ignore or deny all the wonderful things about yourself. To find out who you are, you need to recognize all the wonderful things about yourself. Acknowledge, comprehend, admit to, embrace, and fess up to all that's good and true about you. Talk about your feelings, thoughts, desires, fears, deeds, misdeeds, motives, noble acts, and less than noble acts done sometimes with the best of intentions. Face your beliefs and the payoffs you receive from holding on to them. You may not think that there are payoffs, but there are. Victims get to be taken care of. Martyrs get sympathy. People who are unlovable get independence, get to be irresponsible, get to avoid intimacy. People who are abandoned get to be separate. They don't have to face things. When life has to be hard, we get to deny our pain. Go as deep as you're willing. Each time an event triggers an emotion, feel the feeling, then look within. Find your blocks and barriers, and why you need to be where you are for the moment. Gently and honestly hold yourself accountable. Then watch as you become set free. Notice the eagle soaring above the garden, and know that you can be like him. Begin the process of looking at, accepting, and loving yourself. When you do, your love will radiate out from you and back again. Your relationships will reflect you. Step 5. Admitted to God, ourselves, and another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. Step 5 is a different step toward freedom. It's how we unlock our hearts. Share yourself with one other human being. Tell the truth about who you are. It's okay to stop hiding. Hold your head high and say, I will love myself through all my feelings, my weaknesses, my strengths, my humanness. I will love myself in all my divinity, and I will forgive myself whenever needed. Celebrate your humanity. Perfectionism is a trick. Shame has robbed us of our joy. Let yourself, others, and God know the truth about who you are. Don't hold back. Say what you most fear saying. Take down the walls that have kept you trapped, separate, and living in isolation. Tell someone safe what you think, dream of, and feel. Your pain and your joy. Tell someone you love what moves and excites you. Share how your mistakes have affected you. There's something magical about opening your mouth and telling the truth. Tell what you feel, what you've done, what you believe, need, and desire. Tell the truth because you deserve to be free of shame, guilt, fear, secrets, and anything else that bothers you. Sharing who you are is the most healing, loving act you can do for yourself and others. Step 6. We're entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. Get ready to release all that stands in the way of loving yourself. Get ready to let go of fear, shame, rage, resentments, terror, despair, separateness, and guilt. Get ready to let go of caretaking, feeling excessively responsible for others, and not owning your true power. Get ready to let go of old beliefs. Get ready to let go of all you don't need anymore, all that stands in your way. Getting ready takes time and commitment. Become ready to let go of desperately grasping on to people, controlling others, allowing others to control you, manipulating, negative thinking, worrying, blaming, and waiting for your life to begin. Become willing to let go of low self-esteem, self-neglect, self-rejection, self-hatred, and lack of self-trust. Become ready to face the fear, to believe, and to trust. Just become willing. That's all. And remember, you don't have to do it alone. You're not doing it alone. Not anymore. All the powers that be, including friends, loved ones, your highest self, the universe, and your higher power, are propelling you along your course. Releasing and letting go of all that harms us begins by becoming willing. You don't have to force change. Let yourself change. Your healing has a life of its own. Just become ready. About the time you're ready, you change, you heal, you grow, you get it, you learn to let go. Step 7. Humbly ask God to remove our shortcomings. You have moved deep into the garden. Sit. Rest for a while. See the gardener pulling weeds and setting them down in the path. See how the weeds lay in a pile until she's finished working for the day. Watch her as she comes by, collects them, and disposes of them. The gardener doesn't pull them and leave them in the path, not for long. She decides what needs to go, pulls those weeds, and gets rid of them. See how much more beautiful the garden is without those weeds? Learn from the gardener. Know that you deserve to be free from whatever causes you pain and distress. Quietly, humbly. No need to yell, make demands, whimper, grovel, beg, whine, or plead. Just say, please help me. Please change all that stands in the way of me knowing I'm lovable, loved, and worthy, a perfect child of the universe. Some of the changes will come like a lightning bolt. In the flash of a moment, you'll have a revelation. You'll know what needs to be done, resolve to make a change, and you'll do that. You will become changed. Other changes will happen more slowly, gradually, naturally. Sometimes the biggest miracles take time, but they're still miracles. One day you'll discover yourself behaving the way you really want to. A new healthy response will happen almost effortlessly. You'll find it hard to believe that you ever did some of the things you did. Some of the things you tried so hard to change. You'll watch as your new behaviors mirror your open heart. Some changes take a long time to come to pass. Some days you'll do all the right things. Then the next day the old behaviors will return. That's okay. Trust the process. As you struggle for years with a behavior, desperately wanting to change but wondering if you ever will, know that you're being led into the perfect healing for you. The right people will come into your life. You'll hear the right words. Someone will give you the right book or tape. You'll find the right group or become aware of another addiction. A relationship will trigger what you need to look at. You'll see your resistance and the futility of it. You'll surrender. The process will work its magic on you and in you in its own time, in the right time, when you're ready. And you'll discover that your life is a miracle. Don't stop now. Journey deep into this garden. See the flowers. See the vines blooming with brilliant bursts of pink, violet, teal, and white. Feel the healing from the rich greenery around you. Notice how each flower receives enough strength to support it. Each flower is created with a stem and support system adequate to sustain it. See the rose, the marigold, the sunflower. Know that you, too, are supported and surrounded by enough strength. Walk through the garden. Remember that the garden was created by the same power that created you. Humbly ask that power to remove all that's in the way of love, intimacy, and joy. Then go about your day and trust that it will come to pass. Step 8. Made a list of all people we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. You're carrying a burden, the people you have harmed along the way. No matter how distant they may seem, no matter how much hurt and sadness separates you from them now, the people you've harmed are with you today. You're carrying them on your back. They cause problems, backaches, heartaches, physical problems, remorse, and guilt. You're tied to them with strings of pain. Why should you say sorry after all the harm others have caused you? Because the backaches and heartaches are your problems, and you deserve to be free. You deserve to turn the strings of pain into rays of love, rays that connect you to others from your heart. Sit now in the garden for a while. Be honest. Look back at all significant relationships. Honestly, look now. Then celebrate, for you're going to remove all these people from your back. For now, forget what others have done to you. Those memories will heal. This journey is your journey into freedom. As names come to mind, write them down. Then just become willing. Become willing to take responsibility for yourself, your conduct, behaviors, feelings, healing, and freedom. Let go of pride and defenses. Ask for wisdom. Then receive it. Write down each name that comes to mind. Don't forget your own. Listen to your heart, and you'll know whose name needs to go on your list. Feel how affected you are by the people you've wronged. Feel the heartache, the backache, the unnecessary burdens from your past that you've been carrying. See how much energy it takes to carry these people. See how unresolved matters rob you of joy. Then resolve to finish your business, put your past in a neat, tidy package, and prepare to enter the magic of now. Step 9. Make direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. Wherever possible, go to each person and make amends. Then watch what happens. Each time you take responsibility for yourself, you set yourself free. Your step will be lighter, you'll hold your head higher, and your soul will soar. You'll learn another secret of life. Many of the people you apologize to will feel better when you clean up loose ends in the relationship. Some of the relationships will heal. In fact, all will heal, each in its own way. But you will be set free. Your heart will open. Making amends will heal you. Forgiveness will pour through you and out of you, and then it'll come back to you. Your heart will heal of pain, stress, resentments, and despair. It'll become opened, ready to give and receive love. You'll see yourself becoming the person you always dreamt you could be. You'll see yourself and your life becoming all it was destined to be. Be clear, clean, straight, and to the point. You don't have to say sorry if you've done nothing wrong. Let yourself be guided. You don't have to control this process. Neither do you want to resist. Who do you resent? Who do you despise? Who do you envy? To whom do you owe an amend? What form does that need to take? A thought? An act of forgiveness? A changed behavior? A card? Or an apology? simple honesty. Do you need to feel and release feelings concerning that relationship? Let go of your need to be right and take care of yourself by making amends. No, you don't have to let others harm you anymore. Nor should your amends cause chaos or harm. Nor should you neglect or take a shortcut through your emotions. Taking this step doesn't mean foregoing boundaries or self-esteem. You don't grovel, control, or plan outcomes. You learn to take responsibility for yourself, clean up the past, forgive, and let go. After you've felt your feelings, you give your heart what it needs to open to love. Be patient. Be gentle. Await and trust the timing of the universe and your higher power. Those people will be brought to you, each one on your list, when and where it's right. You'll be given the words, the wisdom, and the strength to do what you need to do. Like the flowers in the garden, your growth is divinely timed, and you are becoming divinely led. Step 10. Continued to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. This step will keep you in the garden. You've worked hard for your freedom, yet it's been a natural process. The steps you've taken have transformed you. Now the steps you take will ensure your continued freedom and transformation. Each day will continue to bring more freedom. Freedom from the past, from destructive behaviors, from old beliefs. You are not a victim. You're powerless over others, but you do have power, much personal power, when you're not wrestling to control that which you can't. At all times you can trust yourself, your path, your process, and your higher power. Nothing will happen to you that can't work out toward your highest good. Continue to listen for whatever calls you. Whatever needs attention will keep calling until you hear. Are you forgetting to nurture or love yourself? Are you neglecting, discounting, or ignoring your precious inner child? Is a resentment brewing? Is fear running rampant again? Have you become controlling? Are you allowing someone or something to control you, push your buttons, take away your peace and joy? No one, I repeat, no one holds your happiness except you. By now you've learned that. Are you honestly sharing who you are with yourself, people, and God? Are you valuing who you are? Are you blaming others or looking within? Are you setting boundaries? Are you feeling your feelings or resisting them? Are you allowing your higher power and your highest self to guide your life? Are you trusting, expressing, playing, feeling, being, living? Do you need to talk to someone? Clear the air, set a boundary. Are you being spontaneous? Are you trusting the rightness of your process and the process of others? Are you living from your heart and intuition, or your head? Are you open to your lessons and what you need to do to take care of yourself, or are you focusing on others? Are you living your own life? You'll be given the gift of clearly seeing any situations that arise each day, and the power to address them immediately. You'll see the value in being aware of each one of your days. You'll see the value in being aware of yourself. As the sun sets, closing each day, you'll feel a heart of gratitude. You're alive and loving yourself more each moment. You're free. On those days when you're not grateful, you'll understand the power of forcing gratitude. By now, you've learned to trust all that happens along the path. At the end of each day, your heart will open a little more. Life will become an endless opportunity for you to heal and grow. You'll find the gifts and treasures that you've long overlooked. You'll know you're cared for and loved. You've moved through the past into the now. This step will keep you there. Step 11. Sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood God. Praying only for knowledge of God's will for us and the power to carry that out. Become conscious of your higher power and what that higher power's will for you is. It's not a secret or a mystery. It's a treasure that will reveal itself to you each day. Don't be afraid that you can't find God's will or that you'll make a wrong turn. Don't fear that you'll miss it if you blink. God's will for your life will reveal itself to you. Out of the chaos will come clarity. Out of darkness will come light. Out of loss will come gain. Out of pain will come joy, healing, and freedom. Gradually, the gap between your desires and God's will for you will narrow. They'll meet as one. You're right where you need to be, my friend. Listen to your heart. Be guided not by a distant power with rigid rules. Be guided by love, truth, and the voice within. As naturally as the birds fly from their nest to food and back again, you'll be guided. As naturally as the flower grows from seed to bud to bloom, you'll grow, heal, and be transformed. Pray daily. Talk often to God. Look up at the heavens, but sometimes look into the mirror, into your own eyes. And know then that you're speaking to the divine within your soul. Learn to look into the eyes of others too. Honor yourself, your feelings, your desires. Then find the flow for your life. Jump into the stream and trust the journey that lies ahead. When you talk to God, your higher power as you understand God, don't hold back. Tell all. Your anger, fears, hopes, dreams, desires. Then say, "Thy will be done." Listen for the voice that follows, the one that asks, "And child, what do you want? What are the desires of your heart?" Meditate often, in ways that feel comfortable to you. A tape, a warm, quiet bath with candles glowing in the dim light. A walk around a lake with blue waters rippling to the shore and the breeze fanning your face. Go deep into the garden, into the texture of each petal, the smell of clean leaves and grass, the musty earth beneath your feet, and the fresh spring water timelessly washing against the rocks. Find that timeless place within your soul, without clocks and calendars. Go quietly within, then soar into eternity. Allow God to speak to you quietly, without words. Learn to listen with your heart. As you've learned the value of talking and sharing, learn also the value of quiet time, soul time, healing time. Be patient with yourself while you learn the value of prayer and meditation. Be patient with God while you learn to consciously communicate with your higher power. Then discover your highest self and the highest good for your life. Sometimes your path will be simple. Do what's before your eyes. Wait, sleep, work, call a friend. Other times your path may appear more complicated, your task more challenging, but it isn't. Not really. Break it down to the moment. Be in the moment. And go where your heart leads. Know that as you ask and desire it, you'll be guided down the best and highest path for you with guidance that comes naturally. If you make a wrong turn, it'll lead to the right one. You'll grow to trust your path and your ability to walk it, regardless of what others are or aren't doing. You're safe, loved, and loving yourself. Pray and meditate each day. Allow yourself to move from a life guided by fear to a life guided by God and lived from the heart. Step 12. Having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we tried to carry this message to others and to practice these principles in all our affairs. This journey will take you places you never planned nor dreamt of going. Situations, people, circumstances will come that'll help you learn and resolve important issues. Slowly, your beliefs about yourself, life, and the meaning of life will be altered until self-destruction is no longer part of you. You'll understand how grief, sadness, pain, anger, fear, jealousy, and joy have a place in your life. Sometimes life will bring you what you didn't want, but you'll see that, too, is an important part of you and your destiny. You'll learn to relax and trust that all has been planned in love for your highest good. Your needs will begin to be met. You'll know that you aren't a victim, that you do have power. You'll learn about choices. You'll learn that you're worthy and deserving, and your life will reflect this. You'll see the importance of your life, and you'll be grateful for it. You'll trust your place in life, where you are and where you're going. And you'll know that you have awakened spiritually, not to a God that's removed, but to a God that's one with you and with whom you're one. You'll be relieved of your need to control others and your need to allow them to control you. You'll no longer need to be subservient to others or expect them to bow to you. Equality will be the hallmark. Equality and mutual respect of the relationships in your life. Your faults will become tools of your past that enabled you to survive. Then you'll see them subtly transformed into assets or used to soften your soul so that others can feel close to you. You'll shed shame, and you'll discover the power of love. Life will make sense. You will find joy, or rather it'll find you, because now you believe you deserve it. Eventually, you'll accept all that happens along the way as an opportunity to look within and heal. You'll become a student enthralled with the classroom. Teaching, helping, and healing others will become a natural outgrowth of teaching, helping, and healing yourself. You'll teach others about the garden you've found, the one whose entrance required surrender to pain. And you'll be a good teacher, one who teaches from the heart. These 12 steps have taken you deep into the garden. Each has its own place. You'll take each in your time, in the right time. Allow these steps to work their magic on you, and they will. Trust, breathe, pray, meditate, feel, and learn to let go. You'll know what to do, and when it's time to do it. Your heart is opening, and you are healing. Take each part of yourself and your life into the garden. Surrender all to the magical healing process, and you'll be given a whole life that's healed. Look around. Did you know a garden could be so beautiful? See the dew on the leaves, shimmering in sunlight. Feel the flowers, the vines, the trees embracing you, offering beauty for the taking. Inhale deeply, smelling moist earth mingling with fragrance and fresh grass. Hear water trickling over rocks. A cardinal flies from branch to branch. A bee stops and inhales nectar from each flower. It's a performance of love just for you. Did you ever believe you'd be alive, aware, conscious enough to see, sense, and feel the garden this intensely, to appreciate it this much? Where do you go now that you've taken these 12 steps? Your journey isn't over. It's timeless. When you finish the 12th step, go back to the first. You aren't going back to the beginning. You're going deeper into your life, your soul, deeper into the garden. You've found a new way of life. Go now and live it, for you do know how.